Hello and welcome. So after our short interlude, I found the wife and then I fed her. So now I get to play. As long as I don't speak too loud, I won't get in trouble. So in the last episode, I mentioned that when we were giving the bat wings to the NPC, that if you went to the auction house, you might be able to find them super cheap. And if you do, you can buy them and then you can take them, well, you can take them to the NPC and trade them in. Well, I did exactly that. So let me just change this scroll bar a moment, because now we are Red Mage 10. We can start focusing on getting to level 20. And we will do that with every champion. Let me just save that. I think I've done that right. Yes, I have. Excellent. So as you can see on the wiki, I went to the auction house. Now you can't see what I've bought. Okay, well, if I go in to the auction house itself, I will show you. So this is what we got from the quest for the flower girl. We can choose where we want to be. I'm going to go to Port Sandoria because I've just changed to level 10 White Mage, so we can buy some more spells. Hopefully we're going to be going to the Galesh outpost, kill some orcs, get some fire crystals, get some dark crystals, and make a lot of money at the same time. So we need a cure too. Want to buy white magic. We want Paralina, Aquavel. That's 14. Very good, 16, and Shell we can't use yet. For buy Black Mage. We'll do it all at the same time. We'll just put them in the house. Saves having to keep running backwards and forwards. So Arrow, Black Mage 9. We don't have that yet. So Red Mage can't use these dot spells, but Black Mage 13. Buy that. Not going to be buying any of these because we won't be using any. Thunder 21. Not going to buy that. We've already got water, so we are fully spelled up, to say. So in real life, I am a trader. I trade stocks and shares and commodities and that kind of stuff, which is why I can sit at home and play on my computer all day. So, using transferable knowledge, this marketplace is literally a gold mine. So let me show you what I mean. Go into materials, and I've been through everything, and there's loads of money to be made in here, but we're not going to be focusing on that right now. Alchemy and Batwings. And go price history, and you can see I've bought all these Batwings. Now I actually started at 1 and I got 6 at 1, so that's 99 gil profit on every single one. And I worked my way up, and now we have, I show you what's in the satchel, 2.5 stacks Yeah. So although I've spent about 900 gil, we actually have made, well, it's 100 each batwing, right? So that's 2,400. So that's 3,000 gil we've made. I also went and got some flintstones because they were 1 gil each as well. And I bought some rabbit hides because they were 1 gil each as well. So seriously, this is not even the start of it, guys. I will be a millionaire before the end of next Friday. And we won't even have a level 75 job. And then I will show you how to print money. Yep, you heard me correctly. Print money. We will make our own money. And then we will be able to buy anything we want. And we'll be able to do that before we're even level 40. Infinite money. And it's not a glitch, it's not a bug. It is an in-game mechanic that anyone can do. So stay tuned for that. I promise you, you will be amazed. People won't show you these kinds of things because, you know, people want to keep this kind of information to themselves. Well, I really love this server, so I want to balance it out. There are people on this server that are infinitely wealthy because they've used these kinds of tricks. We've just run past the guy, sorry. Because they use these kinds of tricks. And I've noticed that things like fishing are now capped at 15 because, well, you can manipulate that too. But the people on this server are very clever and have changed that so you can't destroy the economy. Well, let's see what we've got. So we just trade 2 of these. There you go, it's 198 gil profit. It's another 2 of these. It's another 198 gil profit. Trade 2 of these. It's another 198 gil profit. So it's 10k again. Now when I used to play this game on this server before, my character was called Agent Smith. Some of you might have met me, some of you might not have. But I did a quick challenge with myself. Could I be level 10 and make $1 million? Yes. Yes you can. Yes I did. So now I'm going to show you how you can make this game really enjoyable by never ever being poor. We're going to start off slowly because everybody needs capital to be able to invest. And once you've done a little bit of investing and a little bit of time and effort, you will be able to buy anything you want. I kid you not, I will show you. I will show you live. Dum-de-dum. Dum-de-dum. And it's kind of why we're doing lumberjack. Or else, well technically yeah, we're lumberjacking in it. So, we're going to have to earn about 3 million before we can print money. But don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. And then all will be revealed. So there we go, we've done that, we've got 12,600. And if you look back on my stream, you'll see that that's less. That's more than what we had before. Not to mention, we just bought loads of stuff. And we're going to buy more stuff. And we're going to keep doing it. We're not going to buy it from the auction house. We've done what we need to do in the auction house. We are just doing it as an example. I'm not going to show you everything at this level because it's not worth our time to do that. However, if you are a new player, those tricks, just those 3 that I've showed you there, with the rabbit hide, with the bat wings, will get you started. Even if you don't do what I did and level all the jobs, you can do it with just 1 job. Dum 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 dum. So what we're going to do now is, we're not going to run all the way. Oops. Sorry. We're not going to run all the way there. We can take a shortcut. There we go. So there are many, many, many ways to make money in this game. Some require you to be really hard and kill things, and some things require you to be conservative and relaxed and chill. Well, in a game like Final Fantasy, I like both. Depends on what time of day it is and how tired I am. Staring at a computer screen all day is quite tiring, mentally, not physically. So we're going to jump in here. I'm going to put our spells in storage. We don't need them right now, and they're going to take up space that we need to work with. There you go. There you go. White mage can't use that. White mage can use that. So let's just put our shield on. Oop, it's not going to let us because we haven't got a weapon. So let's get our weapon. Where'd you go? There you are. So we didn't buy these wind crystals. We didn't earn these wind crystals. We bought them. We bought them from the auction house for 10 gil each. Yay. Select an area to exit to Southern Sandoria. This is going to take us right out at the back where Dynamesis is. On the map, we are all the way over here. When we was over here, when we ran around. But we've also been completely over here as well. So we've now done nearly the entire run of Sandoria just by running into the Mog House. We didn't even have to do all of that, but I wanted to do the Batwings with you. Who are these guys? This is coffee and donuts. Hello, coffee and donuts. So this is a pub. You have to come here a few times for a few missions. But if you come over to this person next to the fire, they're having problems lighting the fire, and they require flintstones. So if you get flintstones from the worms, come over here, trade her for 4 flintstones, get you 100 gil. It's 25 gil a stone. Means nothing. It's not a lot. But if you're out killing things and you're a new player, it's free money. However, if you're an alchemist, you turn them to glass, you can make a lot of money. We're not going to be doing that. So now we're just going to run down here, and as you can see on the map, this takes us back to where the chocobos are, where the auction house is. And we're just going to chuck the wind crystals and the earth crystals on the auction house, and then we're going to buy some spells. Might even buy a wand. Oh. So I just organized all my spells into the default order by pressing the minus key and then clicking on order. So just go to your auction house and sell your crystals. 1,100. Cost me 80, I think it was. And then these earth crystals, we're going to sell them for 99999. Because I want to sell them now. This person here that we stopped and looked at earlier, I guarantee you this person is a multi-millionaire. I'm not joking. Multi-millionaire. Multi-millionaire. Goldsmithing, bonecraft, smithing, all of the crafts have a way to make a lot of money. However, none of them are as good as woodworking. Woodworking is the ultimate cheat mode. Smithing with woodworking is also another good way. However, it's all based on time. If you have enough time, you can dedicate it to whatever you want, right? There's another one. There's another one. So it's 1,300. Not to mention the 2,000 that we've got in the auction house. So that's 15. We're still not quite at the point where we were at 55. Excuse me, but it doesn't matter. We've done the big thing. We've got our hatchets. And we've got a full suit of field gear. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look to see if we can buy a wand. It gives us intelligence and mind. Maple 1 plus 1 gives you 2, and that's 2,000. Bargain. And we've seen it at 18. Let's try 17. Now, if you've got the time, add the 1, just like that. And we got it for 17 and 1. Who's the poor sap that just lost out? Footman. Foodman. So, there we go, we just saved another 300. Let's put that on there, and now we've got our shield. And we have an onion rod, we can't sell that. But we don't need that anymore, so let's just... I was going to throw it away. But let's see if we can sell it to the NPC. See, people who play the game want to have money now, and thus they will undercut other people. Because they undercut other people, it's your job as a trader, if you're doing market stuff, to find the deals. And finding the deals means capitalizing on other people's greed. And if that means you being a little bit greedy yourself, such as 1 gil, you can see it right there, 1701. No, we can't sell that to an NPC, so we're just going to chuck it on the floor because that space is too valuable. And you can do this with mithril, gold, silver, copper, you can do it with iron, you can do it with excuse me, bronze. Sorry. Zinc, silk. You can even do it with things like goblin armor, goblin helms, quid of backplates. The list is endless, and I'm not joking. Like, I forgot what we were doing. Oh yeah, we were going to the auction house to buy some more spells and stuff. We were literally at the auction house. Sorry, for me it's 1 AM. Yeah, it's 1 AM. So, we have 6 spaces used in our inventory of 30, as you can see. So we've got 24 spaces, plus we have in the inventory for the Mog another 28. Okay, I intend to have every single one of those full of fire crystals and dark crystals. So let me just go down and show you how much they're worth. Don't know myself. Gill Cellar. Wait a minute. 100. See? Like, that's not funny, is it? You bought them for 100. Sold them for 100. Right, and other people are paying 600. Yeah, exactly. That's an entire stack of rabbit hides. So, let's go and have a look at dark crystals. These are going to be considerably more. 3,200 a stack. We're going to have a lot, don't worry. That's going to be 100k in crystals once we get done. So let's have a look at some scrolls. White magic. I was a little bit too quick, so the game didn't register. White mage 11 needs cure 2. Now that's 2,000 because that's been marked up by somebody. So we're not going to buy that. We have no need. And we will be able to wait until other people put them on the auction house. We can go party, seek party. We're a white mage. The chances of us getting an invite is relatively high. Let me just check stream is okay. Yes it is. I don't want you to all be staring at the wiki again. And where we're going is up here. To this corner here. What you can do in your party is you can go to seeking party, makes your flag come up, and if you go down to search, comment, experience, seek party, I have my information in here. I just put all starting jobs. 10. It just means that when somebody does Seer and then your name, for instance, me, it will come up on the screen down here and it looks like that. Other people, for instance, take that guy over there. Hasn't put any information in his search box, but as you can see, he's a red mage 15, the same as us, no sub job, rank 1, and we're both going to the Glesh outpost. He's going to get to 20. We're going to completely skip out the entirety of Valkyrie Dunes. Now I won't live stream me doing this 6 times, okay? I'll do this once on White Mage because it's the weakest job, and you'll get the gist straight away with every other job. It doesn't matter what job it is. If I can do it on White Mage, you can do it on any job. And we're going to keep repeating it until we've got the first starting 6 jobs to 20. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're also going to get seals. Seals are something that you can use later on in the game for more advanced players. They take you to BCNMs, KSNMs, that kind of thing, which are, just checking we don't die, there we go, which are special monster fights where you can go and fight things. Well, people pay for those. I think they pay about 2,000, 2,500 each seal. So if you're doing a 30 or a 40 or a 60, 2,500 times 60. Yeah. Because the items that people want are really, really good. If you want them. If you don't want them and you want money, like we do, then they're of no use to us. Until later on. And if you are asking, well, what about when I need sales later on, or my jobs are leveled? That's okay. Because there are at least another 8 jobs that we can level up. In exactly the same way. Yeah, exactly. So where we are right now, we are going to have to make some macros. And the reason behind that is because this wood, where we are right now, has all the trees. See this guy smacking the wood? Got the little sparkle there. So what she's doing, she's looking for elm lumber. And as you can see, she can hit it until she gets 3 off each log. And if you look on the mini-map up here, you can see that that green dot has just appeared right behind us over there. That's another one. Now, we're not doing this right now because I'm showing you and we're here to do XP. But you see there? There's another one. And then down the bottom, down that way, is another 3. There's also another one that points to here, this tree up here, right in front of me. That's another one. And they rotate around in a circle. They are slightly random, but they're not completely random. So when you work out the pattern, you can actually beat other people to the spawns because you understand where they're going. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's the same for mining as well. And it's the same for harvesting. Chocobo digging is completely different and requires its own video. So I won't be going into that. So I'm just telling this person that I'm not going to be a competition for them right now. Because otherwise they'll get agitated with me running around like this. So we're not going to be doing this right now. I don't have the macro set, and we are too weak. If we get attacked, we will die. We are a white mage. We are not a combat character. We are a white mage. So we're just going to sit here for the time being, and I'll show you how to make a macro. So as you can see, Nelly, the person that we messaged to say that we're not harvesting at the moment, logging at the moment, has given us a smiley face. It's an indication of thank you. Lets them just chill, relax and enjoy what they're doing. When other people come, then they'll deal with those. So go into your macros, go to edit macro, Save the Children is in mission 1-3 for Sandoria. We haven't done the first mission yet, which is the axe. So don't worry about that. You can't see it under the mini-map. Let me just try and move that over. So, in your books, you see you have this list. You can go to confirm, and all of these macros are created by the game for you to start. And the reason behind that is so you can see how they're made. Not just to be able to do things. Okay, you see how this one here is a multi-macro which has speaking in it, an emotion in it, and a command. These allow you to do multiple things, like I said with the trick attack, sneak attack, weapon skill, hiding, flee, that kind of thing. This one is a normal say, and you can see different things in the top. We do not need these. So these are asking for help. This is a warning, I'm being chased. Help, I'm being chased. And this is my current location. We don't need these. So what we'll do is we go into book 1 and go delete. And now when we open this back up again, you see they're all gone. So the first thing we're going to do is, for book 1, this is just me, I don't know how you want to do it, but for me, book 1, I call this general. This is my general macros for anything that I'm doing. Later on, you know, we might be mining in Ifrit's Cauldron, and we might need to use a certain amount of spells repeatedly, or certain actions. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to type item, hatchet. We can use the tab function, like I said before. So you type H for hatchet, press tab, and you can go through the list and find it. Or you can type hatchet, press tab, and it comes up. You see it changes colour and has those yellow and green things? That lets you know that's auto-translated. So any language of anybody in this game will be able to understand what that says if they don't speak English. And then what you do is you do bracket T bracket. What that's saying is use item, hatchet on the target. And to make that work, you put that in commas. Okay? And then what you need to do is make sure you've got a hatchet in your backpack. So we're just going to run to 1. We're going to do it 1 time, and then we're going to leave it because this is not why we're here right now. That orc will kill us, so we're going to keep away. He's going to chase us maybe. No. Let me just put that over here so we can see it. Move the mini-map back to where it was. A little bit of OCD, I guess, so I'm just going to put it back nice and tidy. Hopefully that person will fight the orc. Yes, he is. So, we run over to the shiny bit. You see how it's got 3 sparklies? That's because somebody has made it so all of the others have come up here. So you target it and press your macro. Now I didn't name my macro, so let me just name the macro. Lumber. See, we told that person they're here because we're not doing this really. So you press that. I've pressed control, as you can see at the top, and I press 1 and it does the action for us. Now we got an ash, so they don't care about that, they don't care. So I'm just going to run away. Now the alternative is you press F1 target the shiny thing. And you can see the shiny thing, there it is. So you could press enter, it says, oh no, you can't do that, you need a hatchet. You can press your minus button, you can go to item, you can go to hatchet, and you can click use. Well, that takes ages. So just click the highlight and press 1, and there you go. So we're leaving this area now because this is not ours, this is Nellie's. Later on, when it becomes a thing that we want to do, we will work out between me and the other people doing this if we're going to be multiple farming spots or if we're going to share. If it's a free-for-all, then yeah, it's just a free-for-all. First person that gets there, second person that gets there will join in, third person that gets there will join in, and so on and so forth. But if you get a nice group of people, you might actually get to a point where they will share. Oh, you got there first, you have that one, I'll get the next one. The reason I'm running over here is because that will hit us otherwise. So we're keeping well out of its way. And we're running around here. Now on the map, we are going to run all the way down here, over the river and up the top. And this circle here, under there, around here, down here, and again under here there's tunnels. These are all what I call the rabbit warren. And by running around here you can constantly have enemies to kill. Now we can't get past there. It says easy prey, and it says easy prey. So we can try. However, that orc is a monk. So they hit twice, and they hit hard. And that one is a mesmerizer. So that's a black mage. So he casts spells. So we just have to be a little bit careful about what we do. But they are sight aggravated. So if you see up here, on this bar where it says Orcish Mesmerizer 3 to 9 Black Mage. I know that because I've been here a lot, but it does tell you on this add-on that there's a sight mob that links, aggroes, and is weak to water magic by plus 25%. And if we go to the monk, you see the monk is the same. But it says he's an Orcish Grappler, 3 to 9 monk. But because they're sight mobs, if we're really clever, we can sneak past them without getting aggro. Now, I'm not going to do that. We could try, but if we aggro one, we'll aggro two. And if we aggro two, we're going to die, because there's nowhere to hide. We've got no zones to jump out or anything. So we have to be a little bit careful. So, that orc, Mesmerizer, is going to move next, because he's the one that moved first. Okay, well, that just makes me look a liar, doesn't it? But they are sight, excuse me, but they are sight mobs. So if they see you, or if they see the aggro, or hear the aggro from the other orc, then they will link. And being a level 10 white mage, that will hurt. But we're going to try anyway. So we cast the Dire, which is the ranged spell for defense down. We cast Protect on ourselves, so we have increased. Now that didn't do much damage at all. 2 damage. And he's hitting us for 4. So this guy is harder than we are. So we need to be careful. We have more hit points than he does. So wait until he's hit the second time, and then cast heal on ourselves. Now we can continue to do this. Now, This is not ideal, because we're not a combat character. But other people should be here. And they're all in the party, as you can see, level 11. So it's going to be a little bit of wait for us to join in with them. But that doesn't matter, because we went out and we equipped ourselves properly before we came. And we can carry on fighting ourselves, plus we get some skill ups, plus we'll make money. It's just going to be really slow while we wait. Once we get a party, all of this will be worthwhile and not a problem. We're not in any danger, we're not going to die now. As you can see, he's got 34% life left. We're in yellow, so some mobs aggro by scent or blood. That's my mistake, that's how not to cast. And that's a TP move by the orc, because we're beating on him like we use TP moves. 1, 2, cast. We haven't made a macro for the cure, but we can do later on. So we wait till he's hit us, 1, 2, and then we cast. Now we can't rush this because we have a cooldown on our spell. And if we try and do it, he'll interrupt us, so we just have to wait a moment. There you go. We get our second weapon skill and we can sponk him on the head. We're going to save it. It's another TP move by him. We're going to save it because we're going to go fight the next one. 70 experience for that. Okay, let's cast him blind. That's going to make us, well, blind. But we'll cast Dire on him. And then Cure on ourselves. And then we're going to smack him on the head. See how it says there? Blindness is lowering your accuracy. But orcs are stupid, so they keep casting these things. We're not in any danger. Now they've been split apart. See? And off he goes again. So he's just... and we interrupted his spellcast. That's funny. And there we go, down he goes. We actually got 8 gil for killing him, plus a scroll, and we got a pair of gloves. And we got experience. So yeah. So up here are lizards. They don't aggro, don't worry about them. There are bats. Bats might aggro, I can't remember. No. That's good. And then, there you go. Is that the party? Might be an individual, we'll have to wait and see. If there's mushrooms in here, then we know that the party isn't active here. But there are no mushrooms, so the party is doing the circle run through the rabbit warren. So what we will do is wait to see what's going on with everybody. There they are. This is one of the few times when you have a roaming party rather than a static party. And they like to claim all of those enemies. So we need to rest up because we've got no mana. Now down there are fish and things that we can fight. And there are big orcs. As you can see, they are level 12 and higher. So they're tough and hard. We don't want to fight those because they will kill us. There's no reason we can't fight these fish. And there's no reason we can't go back to where we just came from and fight the other orcs. But for now, we're just going to rest up and see what happens. So we have a blind spell, which is Black Mage 4, Red Mage 8. That saves us buying one. And these cuffs are not very good. And we got that piece of ash lumber from chopping the tree. It's all junk. We can just throw that away. Don't care about that. And we don't care about that either. And we can put the hatchets back in the house. We can put the blind scroll in there as well because we don't need that. So now we're healed up. We're not going to interfere with this party. They are doing what they do, and we would like to join them, so it's best not to annoy them. It's a level 8 decent challenge Black Mage. I think we can... What are you doing here? Well, that guy's out of line. This is not your area. So I'm not gonna interfere. So down there we got some fish. If I pull one, both will come up because they will link and aggro, as you can see in the top. We can keep climbing, but as we climb, the monsters will get harder. And yes, harder monsters mean better reward, but harder monsters mean a harder fight, and a harder fight takes longer. And it's not efficient to have to keep stopping and resting. Now we know we killed these a few moments ago, so we know they're going to come back. Just don't know when. Once you get into a party, the party is likely to let you go back and change and do other things. The difficulty is getting into the party. It's not always difficult. Right now we are in the middle of the US busy time, which is why I'm doing this now and staying up late. Because tomorrow's Sunday and the markets aren't open Saturday, Sunday, so I don't care. But Monday I will have to go sleep. So we're going to fight this one. We don't know how hard it is. We don't care. Because we know we can kill almost anything here. It's level 3. So if you wanted to come here at level 7, you could. I wouldn't advise it unless you have a sub job and you have +1 gear and food. But if you do that, you can make a lot of experience points chains, which is where you kill monsters that are equal to your level, and then you put them into a chain where you kill them one by one by one within a short space of time, and you get a bonus in your XP. So at the moment this is a private fight that we can watch but not join in. They are doing the quest that they spoke about in the beginning, Save the Children. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you don't know. As I said, we will be doing every single quest in this game. Yeah, I know, it's a tall order, but I know how to do almost every single quest in this game. So we will go through, and they will be documented, organised, and filed. So as many people can play this game as want to and can join in with this game. We're going to have fun and make millions and millions and millions. Ooh. Let's give this guy a slap and then cure ourselves after the next hit. Now we do have the spell. When you get this moved like that, wait until you stand back up before you cast the spell. Otherwise, you won't be able to do it. We could rest, but we have full mana, and there's bats over there. We got 90 XP for killing that orc. This one is a decent challenge. We're going to run away from this guy. It's a bit too hard for us. And he's a sight aggravated mob, as I said before, so as long as he doesn't see you, it doesn't matter. You can run around the back of him and do whatever you want. He turned around just as we got out of range. So we're going to heal, and then we're going to go and kill the orc behind us. That one there, the orc fodder. He's also level 8. He has a decent challenge rating with high defense. Once we apply the dire spell on him, that should go down. After we have finished this stream, I will no longer be explaining things as if this is a tutorial, and I'll be explaining things as if we are equal. And then after a few more streams, I'll only be explaining things if I'm asked, or if it's something we haven't covered or is obscure. So, if you are a veteran to this game, wait a few days, come back, and all will be in hand. If you are a new player, then all the things I'm teaching you now will put you in excellent stead for the future. I have killed every single boss in this game, as both a tank, as a mage, as a healer, as a damage dealer. I've had mats capped multiple times, and I've leveled every single job this game has, all the way to 99. And I've done it without using the Abyssal Worm Alliance cheats. If you don't know what that is, it doesn't matter. If you do, then you know that what I'm saying is... so we didn't have enough magic to reduce his defense by too much. Ouch. We're going to get interrupted as well. No, he missed. Remember what I said, wait until he's hit you, and then cast. Or missed. And if they're a little bit faster, wait until they're just about to hit you. And we'll go from there. So this is going to be a really tough fight for us. Okay, so next hit we heal. And then we weapon skilling. Dire wore off just as I did that, that's unfortunate. that back on. There you go, so you heal just as he hits you. So we have Benediction, which is the White Mage 2-hour. Like the White Mage, every job has, like the Red Mage, sorry, every job has a 2-hour ability. That's a war cry, don't care about that. Just reduces our dexterity, which means we're going to get shield skill ups because we're not going to be evading very much. Next time he hits us, we heal. And the same again. He will never ever interrupt you. He will never fail if you do this. Never ever. Unless you fight something that's really fast. There we go. We just killed a ridiculously hard thing as a White Mage with a club. As I said to you before, if I show you how to do this on the White Mage, you can do this on any job. And if we was a warrior right now, we would still have about 50 hit points without having to do any of the healing. It's just that we are we have a shield and we do have good skills, which is another reason why we did all the jobs to level 10 first of all. As you can see, we have 10 in shield, 18 in evasion and 15 in club. We are probably harder than most of the people in this area. But that's not a brag or anything. That is literally just because we have spent the time to organize ourselves properly. And by doing that, even not having a support job, okay, see he saw us, now he's aggroed us. We're going to turn attack him. And he has easy prey with high defense. Cast Dire on him, and we got interrupted. Then let's check him again. He still has high defense. So our magic skill is not sufficient enough to reduce his defense by enough to change that rating yet. But this guy isn't going to be able to kill us. We won't even need to heal. We can just bop him on the noggin. If we use this one, Aquaveil, we'll get interrupted, that's okay. It's a really long spell. But what that does is it's going to show you what I mean. You see how he's going to fail us again? Okay, so watch this. Even if he'd have hit us there, we would still cast this spell and it would have still worked. Okay? Because we timed it just before he was about to hit us and we were under that 25% mark on the casting bar. Now, if I do it again, watch him hit us. And we'll do it again. In 3 seconds. Okay, wait till he's going to hit us. Now, so he's going to hit us right in the middle. And we're still going to cast it. No, we're not. We should have still cast it, or at least we have a reduced chance of having your spell interruptions. Our skill isn't sufficient enough compared to his combat skill. But the chances of him interrupting you, I think it's reduced by 15 or 30%, plus the differences in skill and ability. We don't need to here, it's just we're going to have to rest in a moment anyway, because I've just wasted lots of mana. But that's okay. We hit him for 9, he hits us for 1. And bonk him on the head. The bonus with us doing this right now is we're going to get loads of skills. And because we're on a white mage, we're not very good at dodging. But we are really good at using the shield. Don't take that like literally. As in, we're better at using the shield than dodging. When we go into something like a thief, we're going to be much better at dodging than using a shield. So by having a high shield skill now, it's going to be easier for us later on, which is why I started with white mage, and then we'll go into warrior or black mage. And then eventually, once we get into the red mage, which is what we actually want to do, all of the skills that we have will be where they should be. Also, we'll be doing a lot of soloing as a red mage. Eventually, I will show you how to kill gods in sky with a red mage on your own. Yeah, that's a thing too. So that grappler might turn around. No. So we're poisoned for 26 seconds. We can cure that. Because we're a white mage. And it didn't work a second time. That's just RNG. It's not because I did anything to change that. See how he's running away from us because he's a magic caster? So change the direction. Make him run the direction that we want him to go, not the direction that he wants to go. Manipulate the enemy to doing what you want. Well, that Aqua Veil isn't working for us very well. You don't have to cure this poison. It's not going to be sufficient to do any damage to us, really. But what it will do is stop us from resting. Plus we get skill ups if we use it. I know this is not rocket science, but the little tricks, by teaching you now, when I do things later on in the game, I won't be explaining them. I'll be too busy. So by showing you now in a safe environment like this, even a new player will able to do high level content and progress a lot further and faster, and you'll be able to join it into very specific things, and you will know that you are capable of doing that. So we're going to fight this one. Hopefully he'll give us an axe. So we're going to cast Dire on him, and maybe it will say low defense. But believe me, we are actually reducing their defense. Although it might not be by much. We're using a club, and we're a white mage. So let's be realistic about what we are and what we're doing. We do have a good club, but its damage is 4. That's less than the dagger. So we have to be realistic about our limitations, and we have to know what we can and can't do. So wait till he hits us, then cast your spell. Do it one more, and then we're never going to talk about it again. Wait till he hits you, cast a spell. And we got a seal, that's nice. That makes it worthwhile. We don't have to share. Now these guys are really slow. So we're going to join in and kill stuff. I'm going to start with the bats. I said they're really slow, and here they are. But they won't care about the bats. But if we take their lizards, they will complain. If I was that Beastmaster, I would use the fish as my monster and not take the lizards, but each to their own. Let's give them some space. They're not involved. And then we'll go back and kill our orcs over here. He's staring at the wall. See, this one has low defense. Now what we can do is we can run back to the beginning, because those orcs are actually harder than these ones. And we can farm them and chop wood at the same time. Just did that. We're lucky. $60 XP and 9 gil. So we're actually gaining real money while killing these things as well. It's not a great deal, but it is money. I know, I promised you millions, and 9 isn't going to make millions. Now, I don't know how long I've been streaming. Let's have a look. Just over an hour. So that means it's about 1:10 past 1. So our protectors wore off. Let's recast that. Now you see we got enhancing magic too. The quality of your protections will depend on your skill. So if I cast something like bar fire, it will be pretty weak right now. But later on, when you get a lot more skills, it'll be considerably better. And it is a complete requirement when you fight things like Joggermon, who will nuke you to bits if you don't have decent fire resist. Just for an example, when you go into C, which is a high level end game area, things like absolute virtue and stuff, if you do not have a white mage who is fully skilled up with proper equipment, you're going to have to get another one, or have multiple to cover the shortfall in protection. But all of those things are very, very end game. The reason I haven't made macros right now is so you can see what I'm doing. I will stay online and do this until I get a party. But what I will do in the description is I will write what time in the recording we get a party. So when people watch back, they won't have to go through all of this. Of us just waiting if they actually want to see the party. This guy's a decent challenge. And look, we're kicking his ass. Probably can't say that on YouTube, but I don't care. We're absolutely slapping this guy 2-way sideways, and he's a monk. We could end him right now, but we'd waste our technique and our weapon skill. Plus, we'd waste the opportunity to get skill ups. Which ultimately will mean we can kill harder things later on. Later on I'll teach you about timings and how things of rotation work. Won't go into that now. Way too much. I'm not even paying attention on timings myself, so won't be explaining it to anyone. We're just going to wander around. There he is. Easy prey. Did we get an axe yet? I didn't see. No, we did not. If you're playing this and you're going to be a paladin, you have to learn how to do this. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. You have to. Otherwise you will die more often than you would like to admit. Promise. As a ninja, I can tank anything in the game, within reason. And that includes things like weapons in Moon. That is it's a high level area that leads to an end game area in Sky. And they do AoE multiple hits. And ninjas are what we call blink tankers. So they use an ability to evade being hit a certain number of times. But an AoE hit takes all of those away. So by being able to cast spells like that means that even if you do lose all of your shadows, there's so many mobs. They are so slow. I'm not waiting for them anymore. Detrimental to our game. So we will realise that we've got no mana and we've just fought something really big and hard. We're going to have to run away because I wasn't paying attention. Doopy-doopy-doo. And we're not going to get through this gap. Let's run to the other team. Hopefully they will save us. This. will take the opportunity to go to a safe place and rest. Piece of advice: never run away from your friends. They don't know they're my friends, but they want to kill the monster. So running away from them, they can't help you. Running towards them, you've got a better chance of being helped. So what I will do is I will end the stream here, because I don't think it's going to be a short while between now and a party invite. But I will live stream as soon as I get a party invite. So the next video will start where this one left off a few moments later. I can't do a French accent, I'm English. So thank you for watching, and I will see you hopefully very shortly in the next episode. This is Rabbit Gamer on YouTube. Please like and subscribe, press the notification button if you'd like to see me suffer some more, or if you'd like to have more insights into our game. And I promise you I will teach you how to make infinite money. But obviously we need money to do it, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.